quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a solid pickup of 11, and it's second down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. They'll go with a keeper, and he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now let's go. Green.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. Scott. And he stopped immediately there. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
On first down, Scott. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
This quarterback now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now following that timeout, the defense back. Gold now out to kick it away. Cooper on the return. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. An update now, they've gone final in Jacksonville. And the Vikings able to take home the victory there. Kirk Cousins, 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Cole. He got 29 yards that time. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
He's back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often. But you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So there's one big play followed by the timeout as we're under 10 seconds to go. And now how do you play it offensively? We'll find out. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for San Francisco, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll be at home